Alright, this is Matt Buchanan.
This is Cody Mulligan.
And this is All Access Wrestling. Now on today's show, we're going to have WWE. What we're going to talk about first, and bear with us, this is our first episode, so very first, so we are rookies at this, and we're hoping that you at least cut some slack, but the criticism is welcome.
We'll be on NXT as rookies next season too.
Rookies. But let's see. What we're going to talk about first. I only talk about the returns that were supposed to be at the Royal Rumble. Well, so Cody, why don't you start us out?
I was very disappointed that Triple H didn't come back at the Royal Rumble. I was expecting him, and I was pretty sad when he didn't come out.
I was expecting to come out in 40th, and I was, you know, it probably would have been a thing that everybody predicted, but, you know, I guess they didn't go with it. I guess he's still injured or thing from his surgery or whatnot that he had, so, or maybe he's still taking care of his kids, but unfortunately he didn't come back.
Yeah, hopefully he comes back before WrestleMania though, because he will win the WWE title in the near future.
Yes, I see that too.
At least that's my opinion.
We all have an opinion. Awesome Kong, she, I believe, tweeted that she was gonna snack on some fish.
Raw fish.
Raw fish, meaning she's probably going to go to SmackDown. But really, since there's only one title now, it's just kind of, you know, I don't know what she's really going to do. I don't know why they gave it to, what was it,
Eve.
Yeah,
I gave it to Eve.
I don't know where she came from. I think it just, in my personal opinion, Awesome Kong probably mentioned something, and she probably got cut out of the show because she mentioned snacking on some raw fish on a Twitter update. So you never know in WWE. Also, my favorite, and I was looking forward to this, Evan Bourne. I honestly think this guy doesn't really have. He could develop mic skills, but he's kind of like Shelton Benjamin in my opinion. He doesn't, like, I haven't seen much of his mic skills, but I believe that he is kind of like an AJ Styles in my opinion. And he could actually be a really good, like, wrestler, just straight out. I know that he does a lot of spots and he flips around like he's a rubber band or something, you know. But I mean, what's he gonna do when he comes back? Is he gonna feud with CM Punk? And you know,
definitely interesting to see what Evan Bourne does do when he does come back.
Yes.
Definitely miss seeing the shooting star press each week on Raw.
Yes. Especially how, maybe something with Randy Orton and Evan Bourne again, maybe.
Hopefully he does get a push though still. He was getting somewhat of a push when he was injured.
Yeah, so I'm hoping to see more of a push hopefully when he comes back, and maybe he just won't be stuck in, you know, mid-card for the rest of his existence. Hopefully not.
Yeah. Wrestling Purgatory.
Yes. You want the next one, Cody?
Well, Christian was also possibly rumored to come back as well, and that obviously didn't happen. But I did find it interesting that Edge did use the Prettier to win the title.
That's very interesting. Maybe they would have a feud, even though I heard possibly that they might not. I don't remember where I heard it from, but you know, I can't really give any insight on that. But it is pretty interesting that he actually used that. And another thing that you kind of predicted that he was going to win because of the fact that he was banned to move. When everybody's banned to move, they usually win anyways. So, I mean, I'm sure there's been an opportunity where they haven't, but I haven't seen it, so.
Also, Chris Jericho, possibly. Didn't come back up to the Rumble, but possibly talks about him returning.
Yes, he said his deal is 90% complete, and honestly, I would love for Chris Jericho to come back, especially at WrestleMania. Do something. I'm hoping because it looks like that's how it's going to be, but I'm not sure. There's a lot of returns in the work. WWE has things going. You know, it's up in the air right now, but I'm hoping that he comes back soon because I really miss Chris Jericho. And in his real quick talk, in his real DVD, he said that he would like to go out in a way that he would be, how do I put it, like, he would just like to, like, be that guy that someone took care of, and he would just ride off in the sunset and be like, who was that guy? Who was that, you know, who was that mean person, or, you know, that heel? So, I don't know. We'll see when he does come back, hopefully. So,
be interesting. What about the Hart Dynasty Tyson Kidd getting an attitude adjustment by Hornswoggle of all people?
Yeah, it's just I was surprised they actually picked him up. It was a good moment for me. I don't really like Hornswoggle. I'm not a Hornswoggle fan at all.
Either.
But it was pretty funny to actually see him come in and give Tyson Kidd an attitude adjustment. I thought that was hilarious. Also, as we know, there's a new champion, being Eve. And so, Natalya, why did she randomly lose the title? They just couldn't stick with her? Or I don't understand what that was about, but
it seemed very random to have Eve win the Divas title. It
yeah,
didn't make any sense to me.
It just, she randomly appeared in there and then she won. It's just kind of like, why? I don't know. It's kind of a mystery to me.
She's hot, though.
Yes, we all agree on that one. Also, David Hart Smith. He was scheduled, as far as I know, to be in the Royal Rumble, but he just wasn't in there. And this conclusion means the Hart Dynasty basically got screwed at the Royal Rumble. Not one of them won. Not one of them, like, one didn't appear, one didn't win, and one got the attitude adjustment by Hornswoggle. Now, does that ever happen? Does everybody get singled out like that? No. A person might get a hog splash or a kick or something, but I mean, freaking Sheamus like pump kicked him out of the ring. I mean, that was the most hilarious part I ever seen. Also, really quick, John Morrison. I gotta give props to you and your park tour style. That was awesome at the Royal Rumble.
That's pretty sweet. I've never seen that in my entire life.
And everybody's gave you props so far. If you're just happen to see this, sometime, I don't even know if somebody tells them or whatnot. I'm sure someone's mentioned to him, but that was pretty cool. I've always watched park tour stuff, and I'm kind of agreeing with, you know, he should, you know, something special. At least they gave it to him there, even if he didn't win the Royal Rumble.
It's definitely pretty Shaka Zulu, if I may say so myself.
Yes. DiBiase and Jerry Lawler. They might have a feud, I'm not sure. Seeing as Ted DiBiase came out and confronted Jerry Lawler about being basically nothing and him giving him his spot, and then Michael Cole jumped in and said his ego would have gotten in the way. Honestly, I believe that too. I agree Cole can get annoying, but I'm a Cole fan.
Coal miner.
A coal miner. I'm a coal miner. But I think there's going to be a feud going on. I could see Ted DiBiase Jr. costing Jerry Lawler the title, which I don't really want him to win, honestly, because, I mean, what are they going to do with him? I mean, he's like, what? How old is he? I don't even know.
He's in like 60s or something.
It's something.
It's pretty old.
50, 60, I don't know. Somewhere in there.
I'm sure he's older than Hulk Hogan, so probably better shape.
Yeah.
At least his back is.
Yeah.
Kind of find it interesting where Maurice is at all this though. Like,
yeah.
He's been kind of.
She just slapped him. This has
Distracted
been building for a while.
Distracted him in this past Tuesday on NXT.
Yeah.
Costing the match.
It's. I don't know. Something probably going on there. She probably won't be with him anymore. She wasn't. She was really putting herself over more than she was putting him over. She wasn't really doing anything for him. He was losing, like, all the time. And I'm hoping now that he'll get that push, because he deserves that push. In my honest opinion, he's come a lot. It's like, I remember when I first watched Cody Rhodes. I really thought he really couldn't wrestle for any shit in the world, and Ted DiBiase didn't really have any moves behind him. He was okay, but he wasn't like. He was it kind of reminded me of somebody that just didn't have enough training and just pushed up there like too soon, you know.
I have to say too, last week on NXT, Ted DiBiase and Bryan Danielson had a really good match. Definitely recommend checking that out if you didn't see that. It was probably match of the week last week, at least in my opinion. Just tore down NXT.
Yeah, and on a Daniel Bryan note, if you don't know about his past indie history, definitely go check it out. He is one hell of a fighter. He can kick really hard, and he has so many submissions they don't even use on WWE. So just go check him out.
Possibly check out Bryan Danielson versus Drake Younger from IPW.
Yes, and all his other independent stops when he got supposedly fired from the WWE. So go check it out and see if you like it. It's a really good match.
The main event at WrestleMania be Miz versus John Cena. Who would ever think Miz being in the main event at the biggest stage of all of wrestling, WrestleMania?
Yes, I honestly think he deserves it. I honestly think Miz deserves it, and John Cena is always going to be in that spotlight. We already know that. So, but hopefully it'll be resolved, or the feud should be ongoing more, heading into Elimination Chamber, being with John Cena starting to screw Miz out of things, and Miz attacking John Cena. I mean, we're starting to see at the Royal Rumble, they're starting to build this storyline to where it's going at WrestleMania. So hopefully they'll either do something at maybe like Elimination Chamber or somewhat. Because he's in the match, he'll probably get an opportunity. Probably face Miz as we think he will. They'll go to WrestleMania. Maybe Alex Riley will post something in there, or maybe there'll be like a thing where it bans Alex Riley and all outside competition or whatever. You know, but I honestly, they had their early matches when Miz was just starting to break out into what he is now. So I'm looking forward to what he was and what he is now to face at WrestleMania. Honestly, think it'll be a good match. I hope Miz will win, though.
I agree.
I'm really hoping Miz will win.
That would be pretty awesome.
As he said, the man himself. The new Nexus, I don't really know if they call themselves the new Nexus, but they said it several times in commentary. Versus Randy Orton. I honestly think this is a good partnership. I honestly think that, CM Punk versus Randy Orton does a really good thing. They're kind of ruthless both. I know that being the face that Randy is, especially now from his change from his old ooh to the ooh thing, I don't know what that's about, but
Legend Killer into the Viper.
Yeah, I guess that's a transition, but basically, I think it'll be a really good match. I think it'll probably carry over to WrestleMania because that's what they're building storylines for now. But I really think that they should really give this match something special because they're both ruthless, and I really think they could do a really good job. I mean, because I don't like CM Punk, but I honestly like the storylines he's in right now. And I don't really like face Randy Orton, so I'd rather want CM Punk to win, even though I don't like CM Punk. But that's just my honest opinion. I'm sure other people have honest opinions, and I wouldn't mind seeing him getting RKO'd, so it goes either way for me. That's a win-win match for me. So.
I do agree, but I do wonder what's going to happen to the rest of Nexus after Husky Harris got punted in the head on Raw.
Yes.
Might be out of action for a little while.
We'll see. That's also another thing to look forward to see if Husky Harris. I know no one cares, maybe.
Shows how ruthless Randy Orton is.
Yeah, that's true. Maybe he's coming back, and hopefully he'll turn heel after this or something. Maybe. I'm hoping. But,
see.
I don't think he will, honestly. I think he's going to be a face for quite some time.
Yeah, I don't see it happening for at least a while.
Yeah. But we can always hope that John Cena turns heel.
One day.
One day.
Maybe he'll go back to Prototype.
Yeah. You want to talk about the next one?
2/21/2011. What is going to happen on this Raw after the Elimination Chamber, leaving Fresno, California?
Yes.
Who will it be?
Will it be Sting? It's been rumored that it could be Sting, or it could be Undertaker. Now, there's been people talking about this. It honestly, in my personal opinion, Undertaker looks a little bit bigger. And if they actually film the person, it looks like Sting. Just saying.
Promo reminded me a lot of his old WCW promos like that too, that Sting was in.
Yeah, he had the cape and everything.
97 one.
Yeah, he had the cape, and honestly, yeah, Undertaker has a cape too, but his cape looks a lot thicker than Sting's cape, in my personal opinion. Like, if somebody was to point out capes, I'd be like, that's Sting's, that's Undertaker's. Not because of the whole things around the whole thing, and one's taller than the other. No, just how they, function and how the cape drags or whatever. I don't know. But I just imagine that's Sting. Even though they haven't given anything that they said they would sign Sting, and we'll talk about this more later in our second video. But for now, it looks to be Sting, honestly. Undertaker, it could be because it's going on WrestleMania, but who knows? I mean, it could be. It really could be anybody.
I will have a definite answer for you, though, on 2/21/2011.
Yeah.
I will tell you that.
You'll even know that.
Who knows? It could just be Awesome Kong.
Oh my god. Also, the news of the day that we have for you is that we believe that Goldust will be back in June or July, possibly, of 2011. So, look forward to him returning. He's actually did pretty good. And I look forward to maybe he was getting some kind of like a little bit push there.
Maybe have one last run with the WWE and his comeback. Maybe wrestle for another year.
Yeah, that's what I believe. That's what he said actually. Yeah, that he'd be wrestling for another year. So
can't have enough of Goldust.
No. So, all right, we'll close out the WWE. We'll see you next time.
Shaka Zulu.